currently my main crop is stinging nettle.
Right, good. Which is a valuable crop. That's why they introduced it, because of its healing properties and the fact that you can turn it into clothing.
I've touched stinging nettles, John. It doesn't feel very healing.
It's got healing properties. It's good as a soup. Good as a tea. So it actually has, now we realise, actually got healing properties. That's not just the myth that the Romans brought with them when they brought it to the UK.
Wait, so nettles weren't here?
No.
They introduced
stinging nettles because of the healing properties and the fact that you can turn the threads into useful things like clothing.
I fucking hate the Romans. Are you joking? The amount of times as a kid I got stung by nettles, it was because of the fucking Romans.
Yeah.
I'd say stinging nettles are so, like, ubiquitously British as well. Yeah, they're just such a British plant.
No, they
doesn't want to be touched.
They introduced nettles. They introduced nettles because of the wonderful uses of them, and the pine nut trees and nettles. They just spread those everywhere.
Didn't they have anything better to do?
Well, they did that in between conquering because it facilitated the conquering.
Cool. Well, of course, you can't
conquer without stinging nettles and trees.
Classic, as they say.
Welcome to Energy Potion, a flesh and blood podcast where we chat about trying, failing, and sometimes succeeding to play flesh and blood as competitively as we can. This episode was recorded in front of a live audience at an exclusive secret location. Before you smash the like, follow, or subscribe buttons, just take a moment. Do you really want your friends and connections to hear the latest hot takes and brute techs before you get to play them yourself?
Feels like a fake fan, in my opinion, my humble opinion.
I'd actually forgotten they have a video out, so I need to watch.
I'm in it, John.
Yeah.
That's why you should be watching it.
Right.
No other reason.
I've been busy. There's a lot on my mind, Toby.
Too busy, perhaps.
Maybe too busy. But here we are. Episode 20, Toby.
That's crazy.
20.
That's 20 weeks.
That's 20. We've taken 2 weeks off in that time, but produced 3 specials. So I'm like,
okay, well, we're kind of on our
the fans are winning.
Yeah.
The fans are winning.
We're on course.
Episode 20, and we're in that nice lull period between things. You know, PQ season's over, so it's gonna be quite a relaxing, quiet one, right? Not a lot to talk about.
It's what some might call the off season, John.
Yeah,
it's a chance to really chill out. Maybe work on some less powerful decks that you were thinking about. You don't have to worry about anything happening immediately too soon.
No. What are we going to talk about, Toby? Like,
probably all the things that are immediately.
All the things that we've just written a big list of and gone, how are we going to fit all that in?
I'm still adding more, actually, as I'm thinking about it. I'm like, crikey, there is actually just more.
So much going on, Toby. It's ridiculous.
It just does not stop.
What off-season? I mean, even if there was like an off-season for just one thing, we still haven't got enough time to prepare for it. But no, Toby, everything's going on. Everything. Do you know what's happening next Sunday? Is it Sunday? Yeah, next Sunday. Do you know what's happening next Sunday?
Well, tell me, John.
Next Sunday, I think it's next Sunday. Not this Sunday, next Sunday.
Sure.
P9's got a compendium winner case.
I heard.
Compendium winner case?
The test's not even out yet, John.
I know.
How's it going to facilitate that?
Well, I think you get a ticket to claim one on the lease, but still. So there's a compendium winner case, which is within driving distance.
Yes, quite. Indubitably.
But clashes with Pokemon.
It does.
There's a Skirmish.
Yeah, Skirmish still exists.
If you liked Blitz, past tense, this is your last chance.
Blitz's last hurrah.
To see it off into the sun, where it belongs.
Well, perhaps, but I know all 7 Blitz fans will be sad to see it go.
There are 7?
Worldwide, probably.
Okay, yeah, worldwide. Fine. So giving Blitz its last hurrah, which is still a competitive event. People will show up just because it's a competitive event, right?
Yep.
So you got Blitz in a week.
Literally a week, yeah.
Winner case in a week. I think they've got a winner box this weekend for Dynasty.
Oh, well.
Yeah, exactly.
You could high roll the old the Crown Dominion.
So I already did that.
Must be nice, John.
I pulled all my hats. So
I did get a cold full bodge actually, so I can't really.
no, fine. So we've got that, and then we've got So there's skirmish season, but locally there's a skirmish.
You're already missing something that's happening this weekend, John.
What's happening this weekend?
It's going to be Valencia.
Oh yes!
So we're going to have Calling Valencia.
Calling Valencia with a Sage event.
But it's going to have, yeah, exactly. It's going to have, I think it's a Calling.
Yeah,
it might just be a battle.
It's a Calling.
So there's going to be a Calling for Valencia for CC, and there's going to be a Battle Hardened, again, one of the last Battle Hardens.
One of the last ever Battle Hardens.
For Silver Age. It's going to be our second big Sage event.
Yep. Because
this week, in the off-season, by the way.
In the off-season.
We had, in Japan, I say we, the Japanese had, the first, quote-unquote, official big Silver Age tournament, over 100 players.
Yep.
Which we can get to talking about a little bit as well.
If we get a chance.
If we've got time, if we can find space for it.
Was there a top 8?
There was a top 8.
What heroes won the top 8?
Chain.
Any others?
Barely. Very barely.
I recall one of the cuppers telling me that Chain was not going to be good in Sage. I'm not going to say which one it was, but they strongly intimated that this was a mistake when I started asking after Chain cards. Were they just seeing me off?
I don't think they're throwing you a lead. I think. So the top 8 was 5 Chain.
Okay. Leaving room for
2 Oldham.
2 Oldham.
And renowned powerhouse of every format she's in, Volda, who actually made it to the finals. I think if my Japanese is a bit shaky, so it might not be done. Regardless, obviously you look at that top 8 and you immediately think, wow, week 1, Chain's busted. Chain's the best deck in format.
Yeah, you do.
How do you beat Chain?
Yep.
The play rate for the event was also published, and the most played deck by a landslide was Ira, because Ira probably is actually something close to the best deck in the format, because Ira is just the queen of consistency. She can do a little bit of everything, and she can probably do it better than you.
Yep.
She gets a fantastic equipment set in the TCC stuff, the pouncing paws, all that kind of stuff.
Ninja's just busted.
So Ninja as a whole gets access to that, but she obviously can really use that target because she can just give it +1 if she needs to on demand.
Yep.
Though that Chain deck, apparently, with a few differences, was all being played by the same team.
Yep.
And they'd worked on that essentially to target this meta of what was going to be Oldham and Ira.
Fine.
And that's why it did so well, because all of them through Swiss did quite well. A lot of decks bubbled. I think it was like 7-2 was the cut, and like 3 of them made top cut, and there were like 5 that didn't. One of which being Shoma Yamamura, who was on Ira. So there's a high chance that some better breakers, and we look at a top 8 that's closer to 3 Chain, 3 Ira, 2 Oldham, that kind of thing. Obviously, the way the numbers came, it ended up looking a lot more washed, perhaps, than it should have been. The real kicker will be if we see something similar this week.
Yeah, this week in Valencia.
If Valencia and Europe follows the same trend, which it could do, although, as we know, Japan's meta is usually very different to Europe's and different to America's as well. We'll see kind of where we're going. But that's the beauty of a metagame for a format like Sage, is that we can't really blame, we can't intuit cost as being a prohibitive factor.
No, cost isn't a prohibitive factor at all.
So we can't be like, oh, well, the reason that people aren't playing, well, now that Plough and Felling's been reprinted, but it would have been, the reason people aren't playing Florin or Virgins for a while back was because
putting it together was
too expensive.
2 play sets of £60 cards.
Exactly. The reason you don't see more news at the top table when she was Lewis, because obviously she was a very expensive deck. Whereas now in Sage, it's like, well, if you can front the cost, the upfront cost of £15 for the best deck in format, then you too can play Ira, Chain, Oldham.
I put together Phi, Azalea, and Icelander.
Yes. Well, this is the other thing. Azalea kind of was nowhere to be seen.
Yeah.
Similar to Briar, they had very high-ish play rates. So maybe they figured out a way to beat Azalea. Maybe everyone was just playing like 2 red unmovables and seeing them.
I think I had an interesting conversation with our friend Callum about this. And Azalea feels rough because every so often, as I did the last Sage game I played, you just draw the wrong thing. So I drew, I think, 9 arrows in a row.
She is still Azalea.
I still won that game, by the way.
Yeah.
But
the arrows are pretty good.
I drew 9 arrows in a row before I saw my first buff. And so Azalea can do that sometimes. And I've had other games where I draw all the buffs and no arrows, which is worse, by the way.
Yes.
However,
at least you can block with the arrows and maybe throw one.
However, the point being, at an armory or a casual event or even a showdown, that's rubbish, because that one loss costs you the tournament.
It can cost you the cut, yeah. For
However, costs you cut. However, at a calling, you can drop 2 rounds normally.
And that's just for day 2.
But at the calling, dropping 2 rounds because you've got a deck that just kills people turn 2 80% of the time is fine. That's a viable plan.
Well, possibly. We'll see.
Well,
we'll see.
As a brute main, obviously, you just see that as an opportunity to roll extra 1s. But the rest of us,
just as an aside to that, John, we're going to talk about the Sage event played at Dice last night. I played KO. I broke bark when strapping in every single game. I rolled 4 1s across the day. I rolled so many turns where I could have gone, a resource here. That means I can swing my man on the floor for an extra 3 damage. KO says, no, we will not need such a crutch. I will proceed to lose this game instead.
And how was Sage last night then?
Well, yeah, we'll buddy into it. We played using the format.
EPOT format? Our new format that we've invented.
We've painted and we'll be selling on our Meta 5 for £30 a month.
Don't build an app for, but yeah.
And it went really well. I ended up playing 8 or so rounds. I think a lot of people came close to playing something close to 10.
How many people were there?
10.
Okay, fine.
But again, we are in the off season. Some people can't make Monday nights.
10's good for Monday night. Full stop format, 10's fine for Monday night.
We got a good 3.5 hours of pretty much consistent play out of it. And we had a very diverse meta game. I don't think we had any dupes. And everything ranging from Briar to Chain to KO to Flattering Showman to
how did Flattering Showman do?
Flattering Showman ended up winning the night.
Okay, fine.
On Charlie, who we had on
Dominate's
the
not busted at all.
Dominate's quite strong. It's one of those things where the tools exist to block Dominate.
Yep.
If you're playing a mid-range grindy deck and Flattering Showman says, I'm going to rely on my Dominate to kill you, and you get to go, well, I get to play Springboard Somersault, Unmovable, Reinforced Line, that kind of stuff. You just end up outvaluing him, and it's fine, but obviously a lot of decks, and the deck I was playing in KO doesn't really have those defensive tools. He has a fridge, so we played a few games, me and Charlie, and a couple of the games that I did win against him were just ones where I go, cool, on the turn where you get to keep a hand to throw your dominated Bravo attack, I have enough equipment to hedge the crush, and then present KO turn of Wild Ride into Claw into Bare Fangs. Any game that I got to do that, I usually won, actually. Because it turns out if KO does that in any format, it's really good. So Flattering Showman very strong. Chain, also very strong. Cannon playing Chain. I think finished second. Got to do some very, very silly things. Using Ebb and Fold, which we'll talk about the BNR coming up on December 15th later on.
Yep.
If we do see some stuff for Sage, I could see Ebb and Fold being on that list, but we'll get to that when we get to it. And then also saw some other saw some Florian, some Nebula Blade Gaming, which is quite fun. A little bit of Victor with a bit of clashing. Those are 2 of my losses as well on KO matches that, we're very close, but it turns out if you can block KO, he's not nearly as good as you'd hope.
No.
And sometimes he doesn't draw go again, and it kind of sucks. But yeah, overall, a very good night. Everyone, again, got to play a lot of games, which kind of makes the night out.
Did they have fun?
Worth it. I think they had a degree of fun.
Good.
I think some fun was had.
Good.
I got to just about make it run on one of the old work laptops. So if you unplug it from the power, even though it says it has full power,
it dies.
Will turn off.
Yeah, fine.
Which I learned.
Okay.
After about round 6.
But we got there.
But we got there, and with
the format works.
I think it works quite nicely.
Okay.
I think it
provides an evening of entertainment with a deterministic.
We might need to look at the calculation a bit more. Pardon me, to see if it can be refined somewhat to a degree. But
I think it's the pairings. I think the answer is you need an algorithm sorting the pairings out based on the calculations as you go.
Maybe
there's some edge cases that can be fixed just by having them play each other, which otherwise
Yeah, but again, sometimes the issue is, like, for example, people leave early, people turn up late.
Yes.
You can't necessarily get that match in, so it's not the end of the world if you can't.
No, but
it was good. It was good fun, and Sage as a format is very fun. Like,
Sage is a fun format. Like, I do genuinely feel like your deck gets to do the thing you want to do.
Usually.
And you end in a relatively close game state most of the time.
Yeah, the games do end up pretty
They
close.
don't all end up grindy turns of 1-1, although that still happens quite a bit, but they do end up with a narrow margin of victory, a much narrower margin of victory sometimes than the life totals indicate.
You get, I would say maybe fewer full blowouts, but again, it very much remains to be seen. We haven't played it too much. I've been playing it obviously a lot in testing and such, online and with the couples a little bit, and there are some problem cards that do make games feel a bit less fun, but that's the same for any format. And again, as I was saying before, maybe come BNR, we see them hit, or maybe they just go, we're going to get a whole new set soon.
Yeah,
we'll let that figure it out.
Yeah, I don't know how much adjustment they're willing to do on Sage before they've got enough data, and before the new set comes out. So,
well, that's the thing. We are already getting a trickle of cards from the new set.
Yeah.
Jumping ahead a little bit to ProQuest in the timeline, we got shown the ProQuest pricing.
We got shown ProQuest pricing. We know we've got CC ProQuest locally.
Yeah, we also got that news too.
Yeah,
technically,
that news too. So you heard it here first. We got an exclusive.
Read it in the chat today. Destiny does have a CC. ProQuest ProQuest.
Don't know when, but we know that
ProQuest
ProQuest Las Vegas will be CC for us locally.
No, we saw some fun little Techlo cards were shown. Which kind of in further they're going to be pushing more of a boost Techlo build as opposed to his more standalone block build. Jimmy did say that this was the set that is going to make Techlo whole. I think that was his phrasing, implying that he wasn't complete before, and it kind of begs the question: it's been 2 years, Jimmy. Why not?
Yep.
He has got enough expansion slot cards, I suppose. But
he's had a steady trickle, bit like some of the other heroes.
So maybe this is finally the set that makes him playable. The issue is looking at those two cards. I don't think so.
Playable is not the same as good, sadly.
Well, no. I guess but the thing is, he is legally playable, John. I'd rather he's like a little bit good. Anyway, we'll get to those when we get to them. For now, because Sage is still relevant for ProQuest, so we can
Sage is relevant.
We can bookend it there. We did mention Skirmish a little bit, being Blitz's last hurrah.
Yep.
We are going to have a Blitz Skirmish, not this weekend, the weekend after.
Yep.
And obviously it's going to be Skirmish season for all. I think there will be some events locally in the southeast for us.
They're all Blitz, aren't they?
They will all be Blitz. Blitz is mandatory because it is Blitz's farewell tour. Skirmishes typically don't get quite the amount of movement.
No, what's the prize for Skirmish?
That is a great question, John.
That's as competitive players, why should we be playing Skirmish when it's so busy that I don't really have the time to put into a Blitz deck and I could throw something together. I could throw something together, but we're straight.
I mean, I haven't got a clue what's even good in. Is the thing. So the winner gets a Cold Fall Full Art Flattering Showman.
Oh, I actually want one of them.
So that's for the Sage gamers. Also quite strong in Blitz, I think. Flattering Showman. Yeah. Top two get Cold Foil Consigned to Cosmos Shocks or Everbloom Life.
Yep.
Which are obviously fantastic cards, very CC playable.
Which makes it unlikely they're going to ban it in the next BNR as well.
You'd hope not. I think Everbloom Life, unfortunately, it's an M. They're not going to ban it. Herald of Sechem is the top four. The Prism card that it does see some play, but isn't too crazy. And then gems for participation, and then there's a spot prize of a random playmat of the 4 charms from Super. So you got the Tough Nut one, the KO one, the Pleiades, and the last ones. They all look very, very nice. Again, there is an incentive to go and play, but again, it's because it's Blitz, and because Blitz is a bit more of an underexplored format and underloved, perhaps.
Well, I suppose nobody's really played Blitz since Super Slam came out, so there's
no one's played Blitz since the last time we had to play Blitz.
There is no meta. There is no meta for Blitz, which is, I suppose, quite an exciting space for you into that kind of thing.
Yeah, you just try and find the most broken deck and make it work. Like, there is a specifically curated ban list, obviously, for Blitz. Like, we see things banned to keep Data Doll under control, for example. A very strong deck in the format. There's a world where perhaps a deck like Pleiades or Laiath could end up being quite strong in a 20 life format. They're pretty solid in Sage as well. Unfortunately, decks like Tough Nut kind of fall by the wayside a little bit, although he's got the potential with his full equipment suite to perhaps be alright. Rock does do 1/3 of your life at 20 life, for example. And RKO is actually also pretty solid at the sort of grinding games out in Sage. The issue is everyone's playing so fast and like vicious in Blitz that it's quite hard to play these grindier, more mid-range kind of game plans.
We got Skirmish, and then I think we get a week off for Christmas, if that.
Well, you might. I'm pretty sure I'm working most of Christmas.
Oh, okay. Week off of having to play something for
having
Christmas.
To play
actually, that week off is probably the week that we'll go to Mug and Meeple if it's available, because I think I might actually be available. So I know they had a Sage tournament recently as well, so we'll discuss that close to the time, and then we're straight into the RTN season.
Yeah, then literally January 3rd, first weekend.
Boom, RTN.
And it's going to be ours too.
Ours is up first.
Dice and Destiny is going to be on January 3rd.
I don't know if I can make it.
You're going to be too hungover after New Year's.
I don't know if I can make it. I don't know if I can make any of the Saturday Skirmish RTNs.
That's crazy.
And do you know how many Sunday RTNs there are within 250 kilometers of us?
1 P9.
Yeah. even mainland Europe can't. Oh no, there's one. There's two.
Oh,
there's one in Belgium.
Yeah.
And there's one in London. And I'm not sure I can swing the Belgium.
Stomach Belgium. Oh, sure. Yeah. Of course. Yeah, that's what you meant to say.
It's a bit of a schlep.
Quite. Well, that's a shame, John, because I was kind of hoping you'd be giving me a lift to those. So if you could
heads up,
if you could rework that,
well,
that'd be great.
I mean, there's a world where that changes, but I don't think
if we could, let's push for that timeline
until
because trains are really expensive. But it's going to be starting the 3rd and running all the way through to I want to say the 29th.
No.
Okay. I won't then.
Till Feb, past the 29th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the next weekend as well.
Well, it can't be. Well, it can be the next weekend.
It's the next weekend as well, and then the weekend after that is world premiere.
Is it?
Yeah. Isn't that how the numbers work out?
I'm pretty sure the weekend after the 29th is the world premiere, John.
Oh, it definitely ends in. Or does it end the 1st of Feb? Maybe it's the 29th. No. Let's get a calendar up.
We should have checked this beforehand, really.
We probably should have checked beforehand, but it definitely ends in Feb.
For those of us who are going to the world premiere...
It ends on the 1st of Feb. Sorry, ends on the 1st of Feb.
So, we will be going...
Right, the weekend the 29th.
A full month of, I believe, 4 to 5 weeks of events, possible events. So again,
5 weekends.
A solid
RTN.
Solid season. Spread across... Luckily for us in the Southeast, we have events every weekend, should we choose.
Yes.
Which is very relevant, actually, for the changes made to this RTN season. Because, just like old RTN seasons, if you nail that top 4, you do get your Nats invitation. Same as usual, all that kind of stuff. But with them moving away from ELO, we're now going to have exclusively season-based experience
yes.
as a secondary.
Is really interesting and makes a lot of sense. At the same time, is a little bit disappointing. So, covering both of those, it makes sense because in that season you have the opportunity to play more, and so we're saying top 4 plus the people who win lots of games during the season, which is likely to be people who attended lots of events, did okay.
In theory.
Because you're not going to do that by attending your local armory once a week. Even if you win that armory once a week, you're not going to get enough XP compared to somebody.
Well, you're not going to get XP for that anyway.
Oh yeah,
it's going to be exclusively the experience you get from the RTN.
Oh, is it? I hadn't gotten onto that. Okay, fine. So ideally, it's top 4 plus people who attend lots of events.
So the exact situation I can see is that obviously last RTN season, where I knew that my ELO was awful, and I was playing for a top 4.
Yeah.
I consistently made, across the 5 that I played, 3 top 8s.
Yes, exactly.
And lost in the quarters in all of them.
Yeah.
So I didn't get my top 4.
No.
And so I thought, oh well.
But
I hadn't made Nats. I did end up making Nats, but that's a whole different story. Something like that means that even if you do consistently make top 8s, you'll get the experience the XP to qualify.
Potentially, there's a world where you could.
I mean, you're more likely to.
Yeah, exactly.
Than qualifying on
awful
the
elo,
like I did.
Yeah, exactly. But I was hoping that XP wouldn't weigh in at all because it does reward
the grinders,
which don't know.
It will directly reward those who can go to local events, can go to events, multiple events. Also, people like us who have the opportunity to, right? Because in the southeast,
I think we've done we've had a pretty good 2 seasons, the last 2 seasons.
Like I said,
for event attendance,
we have access to one each weekend.
Yeah,
in one weekend we actually have access to 2.
Well, we have access to, but I think, you and I have been to.
We've been grinding
2 or more. I mean, I've been to at least 2 events every
season. I've been pushing like 3 to 4.
You've been at 4, I think, every season this year.
God, I'm really bad at this game.
At least 4.
I'm really bad. I get a lot of shots in the revolver, John, and I miss a lot. I miss a lot of them. I think I miss all of them.
Yeah, we can look at the basketball quote sometime. I'll show you. Don't worry about it.
That's pretty sure it's Wayne Gretzky's he's a hockey player.
Yeah, well.
And while you do miss 100% of the shots you don't take, John, I'm pretty close to missing 100% of the shots I do take.
No, but that was. I'll show you the one. There's a basketball quote about missing more than 95% of the shots. They weren't the 5% that mattered.
Yeah, maybe I'm just a volume shooter. Maybe that's how it works.
Well, they're all volume shooters, but you've got to win the ones that matter, Toby. And clearly, it hasn't mattered. It hasn't mattered yet.
Regardless, bringing back to topic. For RTN XP secondary qualifier.
Yes.
5 weeks of CC, a CC format that we do not currently know.
Yeah, because we don't know
what it's going to look like.
We don't know what's in Pen. The Slippy deck comes out, by the way.
Well, Pen's irrelevant, John. Pen's not going to be out till then.
Of course. Pen's not going to be out till then.
We're not going to get a new set.
But we've got BNR.
But we are going to have a BNR, and that is what I was alluding to because I'd forgotten about the Slippy deck. The Slippy deck is also relevant.
Yep.
It does have some strong cards in, some of which have been revealed.
Yep.
Some of which haven't.
Okay.
And some of them look really strong. Slippy hasn't been doing too well.
No.
Has been struggling. Has kind of been starting to be a bit outclassed by
everything.
I want to say cousin, brother.
Oh.
Whatever Mario is in the grand web of Arachne familial lineage. However, maybe this deck is what rebalances the general assassin power levels. But it's the BNR that I want to talk about. There's the potential for the BNR to really shake things up, and obviously we talked about it a little bit last week, and again this week. We won't devote too much time for it because it's all hypothetical, and there's only so much you can really talk about banning blue fruits of the forest before someone hits you over the back of the head. We could talk a little bit about perhaps BNR impact for Sage, but like we were just saying a moment ago, do they want to do anything really? Do they want to just let it roll?
Like, I'm sure they were surprised by the Japan top 8.
I'm sure they weren't.
Which I think they would probably be surprised to see so many.
I don't think you can shock Brian Gottlieb. I think he's unshakable. He's seen too much. He's been on Twitter, John.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
He's a veteran. Grizzled.
He's got 2 Twitter accounts. That's how much.
He's got 2 Twitter accounts, and he's unapologetically a fan of Assassin. So you can't get to that man.
So yeah, they might not ban anything for Sage because they're going to go, well, Pen shake things up so much that.
Or they ban Death Dealer.
They were not going to ban Death Dealer.
And Ebenfold.
They were not going to ban Ebenfold.
Maybe Pouncing Paws.
Banning Pouncing Paws would rewrite the narrative on ninjas in Sage at this point.
Yep.
So unless they know what's coming in Pen and they go, we're going to ban some rubbish
cards. I would hope they know what's coming in Pen, John. I would hope they have a firm idea of what's coming in Pen.
I've seen.
That's the thing, right? They can actually. So there's, like I said, there's 2 worlds here where they go. We're going to go hands off. Let the first Sage event be a complete mess.
Yep. Which they've said they want in the past.
Or they ban like 17 cards.
Because the other thing is that people are doing stuff now with the decks that they want to do their busted things in a tournament sometime. They want that chance.
They do get. This is the thing. We have this Japanese tournament. We have Valencia, and I think we have Seattle.
Yes.
So they're going to have 3 quite big, well-attended events to draw data from.
Seattle before or after the BNR? Okay.
Well, I didn't prepare that ahead of time.
Fine.
I'm under the impression it's before because December's miles away, but it could be after. Even if it is after, Oh no, it's the night before. I remember the couples talking about it.
So they could.
So it could last minute influence them if they were like maybe on the edge about potentially going, oh, do we ban barraging beatdown red? Do we not? I mean, might push them towards banning it when they see the the 34 damage quad in Tim turn.
Yep.
In KO Berserker run.
All right.
So it has the we have the potential to see again, as ever, multiple timelines into the future. We could see the Hail Mary approach of just letting it run, letting them play ball. We could see the Armageddon approach of destroying and breaking it down so that it can be regrown with
This is
Compendium.
all a huge problem for us, Toby, because
I've filled like at least 30 minutes just talking about it, John. This is great.
We've got a Blitz event where nobody knows what the Blitz meta is because nobody's played a game with Super Slime out. So we've got let's explore the Blitz meta. We've got CC event coming up, post a BNR, where we're expecting a change.
And it's not even a CSC event, John. It's going to be multiple. We've got a whole season.
CNC events. Oh, and by the way, Slippy Deck comes out, and let's face it, KNOLL's week 1.
Wow, maybe they banned Stormstriders in the
BNR. Oh my god. In which case, Kano's still LL's week 1. So now I know, right? So it's huge. So how do you prepare for this completely unknown CC? Bear in mind that we're well into our supposed 8-week preparation period for any of these.
Can we release the date of recording this? Does that break the immersion a little bit?
I mean,
no, it breaks the immersion.
I put it on.
This is essentially live, by the way.
I put it on Twitter when we finish recording. So
yeah, but.
And other socials as well, like Blue Sky and Instagram.
What's the account name, John?
I can't remember.
Energy
Potion Pod.
If it's not that, we'll add that in post.
We won't. Just find us. It's in the link at the bottom. It's in the link. I put it in the link.
Sure.
There's a link in the comment. In the
just check it on the Twitter or whatever.
There's a link in the description.
Maybe
I just copy and
Instagram.
Paste it in there.
Something else. I'll tweet more soon. I'll post good. I promise.
So we're well into our CC prep time for RTN season.
Which, by the way, just as an aside, is going to be an entirely enclosed metagame. We're going to go from BNR and Slippy Deck through to Compendium.
Yep.
The metagame for that RTN season is going to exist exclusively in that metagame.
Yes.
Isn't that exciting? Isn't that fun?
Plus Kano LLing, plus whatever else happens.
Last time that happened, Florian was the best deck in format, so I'm going to bet on Florian.
Okay. So then we've got straight into the world premiere with a Sage Calling. I'm going to the Sage Calling.
Good. I'm glad.
That I'm going to.
Have you paid for it?
Yep.
Cool.
I paid for it.
You paid for mine too.
I've booked time. I've arranged all the things I need to arrange to be able to attend on that Saturday.
Are you
I'm
staying?
going on the Friday. Nope.
Because that's the real meta call.
No.
Finding accommodation in London for that weekend.
Driving up.
Smart, wise. The old 6 a.m. start.
Well, that's what we do anyway.
True.
So I'll be there for the Friday and the Saturday, maybe the Sunday. Who knows how well it goes?
You've gone for the Sunday regardless, John.
Well,
I'm pretty sure there's a showdown.
I'm not doing a showdown.
Why not? You love showdowns.
I don't know yet. I've not had one. But I'm not doing a showdown. But I might do a top 8 calling if one's available.
I suppose.
So
you're invited.
Yeah, exactly.
Be rude to turn it down.
Exactly. So that's a Sage meta that we are almost into our 8 weeks to prepare for, but we won't see all the cards until the day before.
Until the night before. And they've already told, from the cards we've seen so far, it's already quite clear that there's going to be turned, there's going to be a lot of decks that gain a big old power boost.
And they will be very strict on the surprises. They want this set to be a surprise on Friday. They want us opening cards in packs that impact the calling the next day. That's the experience they want us to have, and I'm up for it. I want that experience. That's why I booked into the calling, because I see this as almost like a one-off.
It's a great player experience. It's also a great viewer experience.
As a player experience, this is a one-off opportunity, and I've even bought a box, Toby. So I've got.
They really need to as well.
I bought a box because I'm excited. Because
I've gone.
John. They are quite expensive, but I got a box because I'm like, well.
Can we write that off?
I'm gonna get a couple of decks. I'm gonna get a couple of decks. I've got 3 decks built. I might build 4 if I can get hold of a fluttering showman.
I've got 5. I'm looking at 6 and 7.
I've got 3 decks built. I've got. By the way, this is the format furthest in the future that we're already planning now.
This is what I mean. We're all doing all this stage practice. There's RTN season first.
Yeah, season. I mean, this is the off-season, Terry. It's ridiculous.
I don't think we get an off-season anymore, John.
But yeah, 3 decks built. I'll get 2 more, well, maybe more, but 2 decks from the World Premiere. And then I'll get a box and go, right, what can I build? And how do I make Azalea good?
And what's actually good?
How do I make Azalea good?
Because even just looking at the new 5 cards, the new Phoenix Synergy one, where
What?
we've seen already, John.
Have we?
Yeah, we've actually got a few cards when they announced Compendium.
Where?
Well,
Phoenix?
so yeah, it's a 1 for 2 go again. When you attack with it, you can discard a Phoenix Flame, and if you do it against +2, go again, and you get to draw a card. Which in Sage is quite strong.
Yeah.
Because you get to go Chainlink 1, Chainlink. You get to go Picture Blue or Ronin Renegade, classic, into Emberblade, 1 floating, play this.
Yep.
Before it resolves, activate Phi, get your Phoenix Flame, immediately discard it, comes in for 4, you get to draw a card. Either you finish with that card, because you just drew a Lava Burst and you sacked me, or you get to reset Arsenal. Really strong in Sage, really good numbers, all that kind of stuff. And obviously in CC, it's Giga Mega Turbo busted, because you can ignite into it and you can do all other kinds of stupid silly stuff into it. Like you can Spreading Flames it because it's got 2 base power, it triggers Shuko. So just looking at that, you get to go, well, suddenly Phi gets 2 new cards, probably going to get some new equipment as well.
I'm glad I'm putting Phi together, because Phi's going to be Phi's going to be good in Smash. Well, Phi's going to be good. We know Phi's going to be good.
Very specifically, because I mentioned it about earlier, they showed us some of the ProQuest pricing, which is going to be after this, by the way, because we didn't even stop with the world premiere, by the way. We saw some Techlo cards that are going to be in there, ones that say specifically if you boost these cards, you can play them this turn. Their attacks are particularly good.
If you boost it, you can play it. That's a mechanic.
Well, yeah, so they're still mechs, so the boost still gains go again as well.
If you boost it, you can play it. You gain go again and a card.
Yes. That's why they're so bad, John. Well, they also have the caveat of, like, the red one attacks for 1, kind of busted. I think it's Ghost Protocol something. And it says, when you attack with it, you can search your deck for an Evo with cost equal to or less than the amount of Evos you have equipped, and banish it, which obviously means that Teklo can then play it from banished. If he's activated his ability at instant speed. And then the blue one is an attack for 1 that gains +1 for each Evo you have equipped. So in the late game, it's obviously really good. It's blue 0 for 5. In CC, these are fine. They don't really synergize very well with the Steel Soul stuff, because obviously all the Steel Soul stuff costs 4. So for the first one, you're going to need 4 Evos equipped before you can go and find one, which is kind of rough. Also, it's a red, not a blue. And the blue one is great as a finisher, but you've got better finishes. In Sage, when you get to play the 0 cost ones and the 3 cost ones, it's actually quite strong. Maybe this is Teklo's time to shine. Maybe Sage is where Teklo goes. So we'll see about that. But there's all kinds of stuff that we're going to see, because those probably aren't the only Teklo cards either. There's going to be other mech cards too.
Well,
there could be new Evos in the set, John.
But this is the excitement of that Friday evening at the World Premiere, after having played 4 rounds of World Premiere event, is deck building for calling the next day, hopefully in a pub.
Probably almost guaranteed in a pub, John.
Hopefully in a pub with some friends, sit down and do some deck building with what cards everyone's managed to get together. Well,
so the actual, because again, the premiere itself is 11 o'clock on the Friday. So you're going to get 4 hours, not even 4 hours of that. It's going to be 2.5 hours, 3 hours max. The rest of the day is going to be side events and other stuff, and trying to figure out what's in the damn set. Because everyone's going to be cracking their boxes, everyone's going to be looking around being like, we've got all the numbers, we're like filling out the things, all that kind of stuff, trying to figure out what is in the set. And then once you've done that, you get to say, okay, so what am I putting in my deck?
And do you know what else we've got to get done between now and then? We've got to get Epoch tournament format sorted out so we can hand it over to Jimmy and Brian and say, do this.
Oh, we do, yeah. We need to get that written up for our very real...
Because it's fun.
Well, it is fun.
Because it's fun.
What do we just hand them a memory stick saying you should take a look at this?
I don't know. I mean, I've got a repo, so I put it on a repo. I've started writing the repo. I don't know how far we'll get with it, but there's a repo that I'm writing up that explains the format, explains the rules. At the very worst, can have the spreadsheet with the calculations on it, but ideally has something more solid around an application on it.
That'd be a fun little event to just be like, cool. turn up, play the entire day, have fun with it.
You know, we
Especially
could
if it pairs for
could
you.
almost run our own rogue thing.
Run our own metagame.
Run our own Epoch tournament format.
That is exciting. But no, so World Premiere, incredible. Little to zero prep really can be done for it. Like, we can obviously play the decks that we think are good now, and that might end up being strong going forward. But because we don't know what's in it,
I've got some fun texts. I've got some fun texts that I'm not holding on to because I'm going to play them locally. But I've got some fun texts.
I know the Cuppers have a deck that they're keeping quite under wraps because they think it's pretty solid. I don't know after testing if it's held up as well as perhaps they hoped it has. I still think actually it is a pretty solid concept, so we'll see. I definitely won't spoil it here. So that might end up being what they play. It might be that obviously the cards we see mean that they end up just playing something Chain, Fly, whatever, something like that.
You know.
But yeah, World Premiere happens. We have fun. Maybe we both top 8.
And then when's PQ?
And then it's ProQuest season.
When does that start?
I'm pretty sure ProQuest season isn't until officially March. I need to check the retailer doc.
Oh, so we get a week off, is what you're saying. 2 weeks off.
Yeah, well, it'll be my birthday actually, so I won't
2 weeks off. Thank you, LSS. For
it's very nice of them. And that will of course be the first. So the first 3 weeks will be Sage.
Yep.
And then we'll get 2 weeks of CC. So we're going to have obviously a Sage metagame that we've started with the calling, and then we're going to have our first CC metagame with the new Sage cards.
With pen.
Oh yeah, sorry, not Sage cards, pen cards, compendium cards.
Well, and some new Sage cards because who knows what's in those previews.
And unlike with RTN, where they've said you can play as many RTNs as you want, even if you win an RTN, they're sticking with their guns for ProQuest and saying if you win a ProQuest...
So if you win a Sage ProQuest, you can't play a CC one?
You can't play a CC one. But there's obviously a lot of division about this. There's a lot of division about it literally in the chats I'm in today talking about it. I'm still very firmly on the side of if you win a ProQuest, that's good, well done you. You don't need to play any more ProQuests. Like if you're feeling that you're missing out on competing at a high level because you've won a ProQuest, then there's so many other avenues for you to scratch that itch, and going on Twitter and complaining about it probably isn't it. As ever, this is backed up by my general theory that if ever you have an opinion that you share with Fiano Black on Twitter, you're probably in the wrong. And he obviously is a huge proponent of hating this decision. So I'm on the right side of history on this one as well. Although he does think the RTN thing is good, and I think that's good. So I had to do some soul searching there,
right?
Because that was quite worrying for a little while. He does also play Gravy, which is a problem, but beside the point. But it does mean, yes, if you win a ProQuest, you are locked out of any further ProQuests. We said this last time as well. I was like, if you win a ProQuest early, if I win a ProQuest, God forbid, early, I will still go to every other ProQuest that I was going to go to and just cheerlead. I'm going to have a great time. I'm going to film them all, John. We're going to have a great vlog.
Great.
I'm not going to.
No, you probably go to some.
I'm pretty good at playing Ira. I really like playing Ira. God, imagine if Katsu gets a new actual good combo card. Another Gust Wave.
I mean...
At rare. I could play Katsu in all formats.
He could as well, couldn't he?
On my Flick Flack playmat. Which isn't legal, by the way. So yeah, we're going to have... I'm going to get up the exact...
It's a busy time. It's a busy time. It's exciting.
It's a busy year.
And I suppose... Okay, so Skirmish I've written off.
Why?
Because I can't go. Skirmish I've written off because I can't go. And it's Blitz, and I just can't process that many formats, Toby. I just can't manage it.
Well, the beauty of Blitz is it's very front-loaded, right? You don't have to process it too much.
Sage is acceptable. I can work on Sage. I've got 3 decks ready to go.
Oh my God. I'm really
sorry,
If
you find those 2 cards for me.
I'm really sorry, John. It's actually February 21st.
Jesus. So we
March
actually
22nd.
We do actually literally get 2 weeks off.
Yes. Yes, you do.
I hope everyone listening is enjoying this because
we're learning in real time.
We're learning in real time that we have no end of content to discuss until sometime in mid-2026.
Never will there be a weekend free. Poor Lara's here, like I'm never going to see Toby on a weekend ever again. And she's not incorrect. Although Lara will also is playing Ira now, so there's a high chance that she'll just win week 1 for the ProQuest.
I have a
qualify for Las Vegas, and then you can go to Las Vegas and play in the Pro Tour. And I'll sit at home and cry. Laura says she's really excited for that. God, yes, there's a lot of things to do. Oh, there's actually just as tacking on to the
Go on then.
to the ProQuest. We will be this obviously getting Gem Pack 4.
Yep.
That's another thing we didn't even mention about Compendium is that it's going to come with new Gem Packs.
Yes.
There's also a beautiful full art Bittering Thorns.
Yes.
As a top 8 promo.
Which does make me think that it's coming in like an Ira deck or something for Silver Age as well, like that. Huge
Bittering Thorns can never get enough reprints in red. It's such a good card. I have like 5 of them now. It's really good. It's really strong. I don't think it's strong enough to warrant a ban. It could probably on their watch list, but it's fine.
I mean,
you also get these cards look gorgeous, like the Teklo ones.
Yes, the Teklo cards look really cool, and I'm really
like full art, like Teklo art kind of stuff. Yeah, Ghost Protocol Mainframe and Ghost Protocol Architect. It does imply there's going to be a yellow one, the red and the blue.
Yep.
As we know, the yellows are always the strongest of any cycle. And then obviously, as usual, the gold foil. There's also just a sick playmat. Both the Teklo arts as playmats as well, so they're really pushing Teklo. I've still got him sleeved up in one of my boxes somewhere from when I played him the other week. He still sucks for what it's worth.
Yep.
So it does not stop, John. It does not stop. However, the list does stop here. We have gotten through everything I wrote on.
So what's the strategy? The strategy. So I'm ignoring Blitz because Blitz is hard. I'm planning a handful of Sage decks with a pivot at the last second once I see what's Phi, Icelander, Azalea.
Okay.
Plus whatever 2 I get at World Premiere, if not one of those 3.
If they don't overlap, yeah.
If they don't overlap. So ideally, and in an ideal world, I'd also have Fluttering Shaman ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
That would be.
I think I have a spare Fluttering Shaman card if you need it.
Yeah, please. That would be my ideal.
If I'm not playing, obviously.
If I can have six decks sounds ridiculous, but if I have 6 decks close and I can sit down on Friday afternoon, watch what the cuppers do, and hopefully they decide to set on one of my 6 decks.
Well, I know, yeah. They have been hitting the format hard. Again, obviously,
if a couple of them settle on one of those 6 decks, that would be nice.
They have been playing a lot. They've been getting a lot of reps in. They are definitely worth looking at what they are playing, what they're leaning towards.
But then for CC, so I've been playing some Fatigue Girl.
Yes, you have.
I'm going to put Fatigue Girl down because whilst I think John, it's a really hard decision there because there's 2 things there. First of all, I think actually having a fatigue deck in the room is handy. It's
good practice for players who haven't got the reps into it.
I think the answer to the fact that it's going on really long is I'm unfussed, but I think my opponents put so much effort into winning that feels rough for them.
It does.
But the argument is they need to learn to win in time as well, right? So
but I wouldn't.
And I'm enjoying the Fatigue Girl game. I would like to learn that deck more, but I think Fatigue adds, for a competitive level, that element of finishing games that adds a level of difficulty to your games.
And it's a very punishing deck.
And so
if you play it wrong, you will lose.
So, if I were to go to a CC event next week, I'd go back to Syndra. After BNR, this is it. I don't know what to do between now and the BNR.
I do.
Right now.
Well, no, for you, I mean.
Oh, what do I do?
You play Phi.
That's a good idea. I don't mind that.
You take Ellie Bird's Phi list, that she did very well with at Worlds, and you say, I don't think anything in this list is getting hit. You hedge your bet on the Syndra ban, if it's coming, hits a card that is exclusive to Syndra, or at a push is Ancestral Harmony, catching Katsu in the Crossfire.
My problem with that is I reckon that I could pick up Phi after the BNR with my red line experience and go, this is fine. The reason that I'm on Fatigue Girl is because
this guy.
It's a very different way of thinking about the game. I'm having to relearn other skills that I've maybe not spent the time on while I've been playing Syndra.
Is this blocking? You haven't learned
blocking,
block.
Pitch stacking.
That's 2.
Yeah,
that's 2 things.
There's 2 things I'm not to think about. So I would like to play. Maybe I should be playing some more Reinhardt because
I will wholeheartedly. I mean, I won the army on Reinhardt.
So I need to work out what I'm doing between now and then, basically, because that's how do you approach the RTNCC meta when there's not even a BNR announced yet? And that's going to be impactful because it has to be. It has to be impactful because there's no set.
This is the closest thing to an actual lull we're going to have for quite a few months.
There's no set, so that I know the BNR is going to be impactful because they want to shake the meta game up to make it fun and different. But that means the BNR's got to be the thing that shakes it up, which means that Cinder's going to have to not be good.
Well, she's going to be good.
Somehow.
She's going to be taken down a peg. She's going to be less. It's going to be less of a, if I'm playing aggro, I have to play Syndra, and more, if I'm playing aggro, I have a choice to play Syndra. If I enjoy the way Syndra plays, I will play Syndra. If I prefer Fi, Dio, Puffin, Reiner, KO, I can play those instead. Is the idea. Obviously, in a perfect world, balancing meta games is easy. We know it's not.
So, but how do we prepare for that CC event?
Easily, John. You just pick a deck you like playing and play it 100 times.
Nobody wants to play me into Fatigue Jarl 100 times, Toby. Like, nobody on Talishar wants to play into Fatigue Jarl.
Pick a different deck than Fatigue Jarl and play it 100 times.
But I'm play Fatigue Jarl. I'm having fun with Fatigue Jarl.
Yeah,
even though I lost a lot. But I lost a lot
of.
on Saturday because I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, if you're playing online on the Talishar unofficial client, which is a very useful thing, but again, is unofficial, you can obviously set... You can play in open lobbies that you're playing, so you can see that you're playing now, so people joining know what they're in for. And then you can, immediately invite them to chat and be like, I'm practicing for ProQuest. I'm going to play as fast as I can.
I don't, but this is it. I think the fatigue plan is just not a good one for me for ProQuest. I think the chance of me drawing a game because it's gone too long and too high.
I think, this is my personal opinion on Fatigue Jarl. I think it probably is actually a very strong deck. I think there is a reason that the only players you see do well with it are people who've been playing Fatigue for the majority of this game's lifetime.
Yep.
It is because it is a very learned skill. And if they're not winning every single event on it, John, this isn't me hating on you. This isn't me like diminishing your talents and abilities. If they can't do it, I don't think you can do it.
No, I know.
It's the same reason that I'm putting Gravy down for a little bit. It's because if the best Gravy players are still doing all right but aren't like winning every event, I'm not the best Gravy player. So I don't think I can do it. Whereas I do think I'm in the top 10 worldwide of Reiner players.
Given that there's only 7 of them,
because the other 5 of them who've just picked up the deck because of the armory deck, they've still got a bit of time to catch up. So, we've got a bit of space on that, and also, I had a great time playing Reiner on Saturday.
Oh, you won an armory.
I won an armory. I got to play 9 new cards.
Yep.
3 play sets. Blue Smell Fear.
Yep.
Blue Alpha Instinct.
Yep.
Doesn't come in red. Doesn't come in yellow.
No.
And Bear Destruction.
Not yellow Smell Fear?
No. Because yellow Smell Fear is a yellow that isn't a 6, John.
Right, okay.
Keep up. Turns out, if you have access to another blue 6, you really can lean into the draw discard a bit more. You get to essentially play KO with 2 arms. And Intimidate.
Pretty good.
Which is actually incredibly good.
Yeah.
So I'll wholeheartedly recommend playing that build to anyone looking for a deck to play and then blame if you lose on bad luck.
Send me list. Send list, please. Send list.
Well, we can put the list in the description if you'd like.
Yeah.
We'll do that for anyone who wants to play Reiner and smoothen their mind a little bit. Although, of course, Reiner is an incredibly cerebral deck. But for CC, I think for now you just play decks you enjoy playing. I do think we're going to be looking at a metagame perhaps where something like Florin, KO, Prism, Dio, Reiner, Fi are all contenders and playable decks. I still think Gravy, Verdance, Syndra will all be strong decks as well. Exactly. I think right now...
And Slippy
has the potential to come in. Mario has the potential to really snowball on the good progress they're making and such. I think if you're playing CC right now, which you should be because CC is really good right now, you should just be playing what you enjoy playing and getting practice on the act of playing Flesh and Blood, specifically as opposed to playing your specific deck in X amount of matchups. Nail your heuristics, make your gameplay decisions, better and think through those and all that kind of stuff. Put yourself in uncomfortable positions and try and play your way out of them. Like that's how you're going to improve as a player in anything, let alone just Flesh and Blood, right? So, and these are skills that you can transfer across Sage, Blitz.
Yeah, that's true.
LL, God, heaven forbid, anything. So that's your good practice. And then when the BNR comes, you go, cool, I know now that Lava Burst, Salt the Wound has been banned.
Yep.
Heaven forbid. I will put Fi down forever. I know that Rigor Mortis, Charm have been banned. I'll put Gravy down forever. I know that they've banned Waning Moon, Stormstriders. I'll put Verdance down.
Yeah.
They have unbanned Berserk. I will play Reiner. Fine.
Right, I gotta go, I'm afraid.
Me too.
Yep.
I also have places to be, people to see.
Thank you very much.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you very much for listening to this episode of Energy Potion, a Flesh and Blood podcast. If you liked it, please consider subscribing for more. If you disagree with any of these opinions, please let us know in the comments and we'll either defend them robustly or completely cave and agree with you. This podcast was made possible with help from the team at Le Bon Tutu Productions and a special donation from the Cracked Bauble Appreciation Society and their sponsors.